Today, the moon continues in meaning making Sagittarius. And as we move through the day, that moon forms a trine to Mars in Aries, which is in a square to Jupiter, creating some pressure that could find a way to blow up, blow out, or or expand onto the scene somehow. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Monday, May 4th. So today's Sagittarius moon means it's a good day for the philosophical side of getting your needs met. And that means sitting and contemplating what's important to you, what's meaningful, what is that bigger picture, taking a step back, getting that bigger picture perspective, that bird's eye view on whatever is going on. So that ability to take that step back and create some space so that you can begin to see what's connecting those dots. What is the story, the bigger story, and how can you respond to that bigger story? So shifting your own beliefs, and beliefs are highlighted with today's energy as Mars comes into that square with Jupiter. So Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So with Sagittarius, we expand our minds, our perspective, our view, so that we can see things and see patterns from that bigger picture. So it's like getting up into the mountains so you can see the forest below rather than being lost in the weeds or among the trees, which is more of the Gemini energy, by the way, is being in the immediate with the information that is all around you, and picking up on the pieces of data that are all around you. So in a forest, that would be the smells, the sounds, the movement, everything that's happening in the forest, all around you, right around you, the immediate. And so you are, with Gemini energy, you are one of those pieces of data, right? And so you're part of the forest, you're part of the whole, you're in it, you're in the midst of what is going on. And when we get that Sagittarian perspective, you can, with your mind, go into that bigger place of thought to consider, what's going on here? What am I in the midst of? And checking in with your higher self, with your own wisdom, the wisdom that comes from your own personal knowledge and experience, as well as spiritual wisdom that you connect with. So it is that bigger picture. And when you can think and expand your mind to see that bigger picture, it helps you to make sense of what's going on, to gain a bigger understanding, to be able to see and tell that story. So, for example, if you have something in your life that feels overwhelming on the day to day, feels like a challenge, feels like something that is really intense to process, even. But then when you get a little time, when you get a little space, when you have that perspective to reflect back on it, sometimes you can see, oh, here's what was going on. Here is what I couldn't see when I was in the middle of it. Here is a bigger story that I can understand about how my experience might have been connected to something else that I couldn't see at that time. So that's what the Sagittarius moon helps us connect with. It helps us to see that bigger story and have that perspective to put our experiences in context. So that's the energy today. And with Mars squaring Jupiter later in the day, more towards 8 o'clock ish, I don't have the exact time, Pacific time, Mars comes into that exact square with Jupiter, and that creates pressure. So Mars in Aries is that drive to move something forward, action happening without thought, things moving without being able to be controlled or stopped. And that is in a challenging relationship with Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet where things kind of can blow up in good ways as well as hard ways, right? So seeing where, and Jupiter's in Cancer, bringing attention to our emotions. So there could be some kind of emotional expansion or outburst, or something coming to the surface, coming to a head on the emotional level, something you are feeling, perhaps connected to what you are able to see in that bigger picture. And that feeling with Jupiter of things not being contained. So Jupiter is about expansion without control, without the limitations of Saturn. Saturn is also in Aries, so it's not being activated by these particular alignments that I'm talking about right now, but it is in Aries and potentially slowing things down a little bit. But we could see something surfacing, something blowing up, something coming into awareness in ways that could feel quite emotional, or make us quite emotionally reactive, or make or bring something into the collective that has that kind of emotional outburst in the big picture, right? In the collective experience. So take care of yourself. Take that time to gain perspective. Trust the process. If what is surfacing for you could be important knowledge, it could be important awareness and perspective. So even if that brings up emotion, that emotion could be something that needs to move to be released, like the pressure that gets released when a cork comes out of a bottle of champagne. So that release, if we are setting our intentions for kindness, for patience, for clarity, for truth, for honesty, right? All the positive intentions that we have can help channel that. I don't, explosive doesn't feel quite like the right term, but it could be. It could be, but it's that energy of pressure building and pressure being released. So that could be an important part of a healing process if what's coming to the surface is the emotions that have been bottled up, right? So that's what to pay attention to. And as always, your positive intention is guiding your journey. So if you're walking through life unconscious and you stumble into these things, it can feel quite disarming. But if you realize and recognize that you are on a process, a journey of discovery, and this is part of that process, you can actually welcome the emotions that may be being released through a release valve. So maybe you're feeling it, and whether you're feeling it or not, good self-care is warranted with Jupiter in Cancer being activated by Mars, because it can be also prickly, irritable kind of energy, something irritating you. And so get yourself what you need so that you can respond appropriately and slow down and take care of yourself as needed. Those are my thoughts for today. Thanks so much for being here and for following this YouTube channel as a subscriber. I appreciate your support. You are also invited to join my member site, transformationalastrology.com. I have free and paid levels, and you're either way supports this work and is deeply, deeply appreciated. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self care. Bye for now.